Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's 80. Check, check. Fresno. 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 Check 30. Rocket. Rocket.
Now the young man was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Flacco throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll make it 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Shift, shift. Undercrush, undercrush, under. OP, OP.
Oh, twisting away. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Express.
Motion, motion, motion. 34 is the mic. Check here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Sponge!
White Monday down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
They can't hang with
Express.
And we're going 37's the
Express.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. And we're going 37's the
What's up?
37. Hey, get
Well, Gumbo.
in the weight room.
To throw his call. It's a screen to Richard. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
And Monday down. Blue 80.
It's a party now. Wide. Get wide.
That's later one.
SOS.
Low.
Hey, watch edge.
Later one. What's up?
And we're going 37.
From the gun, it's caught. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Tight end right.
Flacco from the gun. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie.
Hey, exit. 59.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
21-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Save. Watch safety green. That's it.
On 1st down, Carr.
You got that.
Here's a short little toss to Carrier. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mike's 47. Get that quarterback at all costs. Out.
You're mine.
Jack.
Express. Motion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. There's a short little toss to Carrier. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We're good. You're wide, AD.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Move that down.
Twist. Watch the twist.
That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. There's a short little toss to Carrier. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Twist.
Caught left side, Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Check 3.
Down.
He's coming. We got double up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike. Ready. Like 80. 55. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 55. Eat. Here we go.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. have got him. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Touchdown, defense.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here we go. Check safety. Check.
Red! Ready, high!
Third and long for Joe Flacco. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Man left.
We got 4.
Bang!
Shotgun now for Carr. Here's a short little toss to Carrier. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Check curls. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Army. Check 3.
Check 4.
Check 99.
Purdue.
Check 13.
Watch out.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-9. Here we go. Check 59. Mike.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Monday, that's left.
Mike's 59.
Rewind.
All day, every day, any day. Check.
5-0.
Check.
Flacco looks to throw. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell able to get him for a loss of about 3. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 52.
So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is John. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Set. Lock it in.
Watch the pass.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On second down, a run with Lindsey. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 50 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Go Chief.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill, kill, kill.
That's right.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, 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 check.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Alert 3. Tighten up, tighten.
Express. Later 8.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check.
White Monday down.
He's
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain. 47. Hey, Echo.
Mike, 47.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Throwing again. Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Monday.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
but drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
93. 93.
Mike 37.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Focus, defense, focus.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Behind that, Wayne. Wayne.
Here we go.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
80.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Pick the edge. Go.
Shift. Watch the shift. Check the backer.
20. Pretty high.
From the gun, Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now on 2nd and 16. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They come out here in the eye. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To pass, Flacco. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
That's how you score.
Philip Lindsay. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You're mine.
Watch the ship. Watch
Put that down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Carr. And open left side is Brown. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side.
That's another Raiders first.
Down. 180. 694.
Hey, check, Mike.
On first and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. No. Off.
Blue draw Porkers. Express.
47's the mark.
Again, it's Carr. And this is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Right, Chief.
25, check 25, check 25.
White Monday.
Kill.
He may try and run for this. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
35's the mic.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
To throw on second and 10. Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long.
All day, defense, all day. Check your hot read.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Check, 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 check.
Monday.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Freeman. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come to my work.
Flacco to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Broncos, hey, you get a win.